TV off, turn his TV off. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Dallas Cowboys. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Here we go, here we go. 1970 Timberwolves. Ready?
Off the play fake. Holiday. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. He could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
60 Bison, Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bob.
Back to throw. Holiday. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 35.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Warriors 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18, Pioneer.
Looking to throw. Holiday. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And this is caught to the ground. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good look at the end of that one.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing now is Allen. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Allen going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins.
Allen's pass
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Pass incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
To the air, Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
First down. First and goal, Buffalo.
Allen to throw once more. Allen going to run with it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Cowboys take over first and 10. And they're on 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Riggs. Mustang 19. Ready.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw. Holiday. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline will talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
That is caught. Kincaid with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now 1st and 10 at the 11.
That's good for a Bills first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Bills.
To throw, it's Allen. And will be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even invest in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
70.
First down, and they go right back to Blue. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. on second down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Holiday. This is Fant on the short completion. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Blue. And he will have a Cowboys first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. The Cowboys at 7-2 here on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
18 Rattler, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. He's got room to roam. Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there. 50 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. There aren't any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Allen now looks to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Allen going to run with it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
56, 56. Hey, tight. Ready? What's up?
Here's Allen. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Dragon 60.
2nd and 6. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He may go. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive, because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. Got his man. It's Williams. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Allen going to audible to a different look. From the gun on 3rd down. Allen. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coleman, the man in motion left. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Alert! 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 Ready?
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Allen to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Allen again. Allen going to run with it. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pick up there, 26 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that. He's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jordan Watkins, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have got it back to within a score.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so it's half the distance you put in the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Check, drag, 77 Wolf. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. 79 Broncos. Panther Street. Panther Street.
They begin with a carry for Blue. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 24-yard line.
They go again with Blue. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark it down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Cowboys, first down.
19 tight.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. Holiday gets it underneath to Blue. And getting this just shy of midfield. They spot it at the 49.
10 more yards. That's another Cowboys first down.
On 1st down, it's Blue. Able to slither by. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
15 more yards. That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
Ready?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Viking 18, 60 Bearcats, 6 Warriors 70. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Operating from the gun, Holiday. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
For the Cowboys field goal.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far in the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulting in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Allen going to run with it. Oh, dangerous pass there that's intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44.
Cowboys take over first and 10.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught. McMillan with it. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Blue trying the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jaden Blue with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
The teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Now Allen to throw. Throwing to start the drive. Allen going to run with it. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen, incomplete, right side to Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's got his target. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
First down, Bills.
They'll look to throw again. Allen going to run with it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
At the 6-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Allen. Allen going to run with it. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Allen will try to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
22.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. Breaks through the contact. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Offense here set to begin the drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Throwing to start the drive. Holiday. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Go.
Back to throw. Holiday. Wide open receiver complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball. Run the damn offense immediately.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Now a shotgun handoff. Blue. And they'll get him down at about the 20. 3rd and 9 here.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Holiday. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around 30. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Bills take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Jamison Williams, 56 yards. And the Bills are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for two.
The Bills are lining up for a two-point
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Bills 30.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Shepard now from the end zone.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
19 Lions. 60 Bobcats. 6, go.
Throwing to start the drive. Holiday. Oh, a gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second
and as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
18 Rodgers. Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19, rig alert, Warriors 70, 19 tight, 70 Ranger,
Looking to throw, Holiday. Left side to Lamb. This offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Cup 19. Hey, check. Riggs. Trap 60.
Out of the gun, they run with Blue. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Panthers, 60 Bison, 7 Pirates. Mustang 19.
Operating from the gun, Holiday. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
That's good for the Bills. First down.
Throwing now is Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26.
3 yards. And the Bills first down.
Allen going to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's third down. And 10 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
And it's fourth down.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. Working the middle of the field, he's got a man to pace. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That's another Bills first down. First and goal.
To the air, Allen. The RP feeling the pressure here and take him down. A sack back at the 7. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a second and goal. To throw, it's Allen. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Keon Coleman. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bills have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
37-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
They'll try and run again with Blue. And the hole closes quickly there. It's maybe a couple up to the 38.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Hey, my man. Ready.
Back to throw. Holiday. That is caught. And he will have the Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ready.
This is the tight end fan. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as he'll get him with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
70. 79 Broncos.
Now a handoff to Blue running left side. That is brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
This is 1st and 10. Now Allen. He's going to let it fly. Man is caught at the 6-yard line. Here's 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 57 yards. That's good for the Bills. 1st down.
To throw is Allen. And the timing a bit off that time as Allen falls to the ground.
He's throwing the football today. Almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Throwing, Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively.
This ball intercepted. And the Bills are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.